All right, welcome. If you're in the world of financial aid, you already know the National Student Loan Data System, or NSLDS, is a pretty big deal. So in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on the whole enrollment reporting process and help you feel totally confident handling it.
So here's how we're going to tackle this. We've got it broken down into 5 simple parts. We'll kick things off with why this is all so important. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty. What to report, when to report it, how to do it, and, of course, how to stay on the right side of compliance.
First things first, let's talk about the big picture. You know, this isn't just about filling out forms. This is the absolute foundation of how federal student aid works. The stakes are pretty high, so let's dig into why.
I mean, you can't say it any clearer than this. This quote from the official guide really hits the nail on the head. Accuracy isn't just a nice-to-have. It's literally the bedrock of the entire Title IV system. Everything else is built on it. And you know that accuracy we're talking about? It's not just for the government's benefit. It creates this awesome ripple effect. The Department of Ed can do its job right, your students can log into their accounts and actually see correct info, and your school gets to cut down on paperwork. It's a win-win-win.
Okay, so we're all on board with why it's so important. Now, what exactly are we supposed to be reporting? Well, it really boils down to 2 main levels of information for every single student.
So on one side, you have campus-level data. Think of this as the 30,000-foot view, the student's overall status at your institution. But then you have to zoom way in to the program-level data. This is where it gets super specific. So if a student is enrolled in, say, 2 different programs at once, you have to report all the details for each of those programs separately.
And to do that, you use these program identifiers. Just think of these 5 pieces of information as a unique fingerprint for every academic program you offer. When you combine your school's OPID, the CIP code, the credential level, and so on, there's zero confusion about which program is which.
Now, the credential level might look like just another code, but it's so important. This is what tells the system whether a student is working towards an associate's degree or a bachelor's, and that has a huge impact on things like loan eligibility.
And it's the same story for the CIP code. This little 6-digit number classifies what the program is actually about. You know, the subject matter. It's a national standard. And hey, if you're ever unsure, you can always find the most current codes on the National Center for Education Statistics website.
All right, we've covered the what. Now let's get into the when. NSLDS reporting runs like clockwork, on a really strict cycle. Getting this rhythm down is absolutely essential if you want to stay compliant.
This timeline right here, this is the heartbeat of your reporting cycle. You've got to certify your entire student roster at least every 60 days, no exceptions. And when NSLDS sends you that roster file, a clock starts ticking. You have 15 days to respond. If they send anything back with errors, you get an even tighter 10-day window to fix it and resubmit. So just burn this into your brain: 60, 15, 10.
The whole thing is designed to be a constant conversation, a feedback loop. NSLDS sends the roster, you send back your updates, they process it. If there's an issue, they let you know with an error file and you correct it. This back and forth is what keeps the data so clean and accurate over time.
Okay, let's get practical. How do you actually get all this data submitted? Let's take a look at the different tools you have in your toolkit.
You've basically got 2 main ways to do this. For those massive, regularly scheduled updates, we're talking hundreds or even thousands of students, you're going to use batch processing. But for those little one-off changes, like when a single student withdraws, the online submission tools are perfect for making a quick, immediate fix.
So one of the most popular online methods is the spreadsheet submittal. It's a nice middle ground. It lets you prep all your data in a template offline and then just upload that whole file directly through the NSLDS website.
And this is what that actually looks like. This is the real deal, the spreadsheet submittal page on the NSLDS Fab site. It's super straightforward. You just pick your file, upload it, and it even helps you validate the data before you hit that final submit button.
Now, your other main online tool is the enrollment maintenance page. This isn't for bulk uploads. This is for when you need to be a surgeon, to go in and make a precise update to a single student's record.
Think of this page as your command center for those kinds of surgical strikes. A student comes to you and says they've dropped to halftime. You can just pop right in here, find their record, and update their status in real time. No need to build a whole new file.
Okay, so we've got the why, the what, the when, and the how. The last piece of this puzzle is making sure you stay compliant by dodging the common mistakes that trip people up.
And the good news is, the system actually gives you tools to help monitor how you're doing.
This compliance notification history page, for example, gives you a totally transparent look at your reporting history so you can see if there are any trends you need to address.
Honestly, most of the headaches come from just a handful of simple slip-ups. Things like forgetting that 60-day deadline, using the wrong date for a status change, or, and this is a big one, not fixing the errors they send back to you. Just paying a little extra attention to these details will save you a world of trouble later on.
Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about checking a compliance box. It's about making sure that the data, the story you're telling the system, truly and accurately reflects the academic journey of every single one of your students.